Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah. Welcome to the Mike Dolce Show. Seems like we had just a touch of connection issues. Boo hoo, YouTube. So please let me know in the chats briefly if you can see me, if you can hear me. We got a great episode today talking about unfat shaming, but I'm going to do a deeper dive into body mass index and also ideal body fat percentages. This is a great time to use a pop culture headline and offer an educational piece that you can take back to your life, share with your family, so you better understand what this information actually is. All right, everyone can hear me. What's up, Jason? What's up, Rob? All right, guys and gals, welcome. Well, let's just get right into the conversation. Thank you guys for being here once again. I truly appreciate you being a part of this, channel. Boom. There we go. But let's jump away from this briefly, and let's get into the reason why I decided to make this video. Drop me down here so you can see this. So today's Yahoo News talks about Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson, very famous comedic actress, lots of good movies, lots of good roles. My wife loves her. She thinks she's amazing, and I do too. She's always funny, always good. But Rebel Wilson was always known for being a large woman, overweight. In fact, I forget the name of the show, the movie. Brandy made me watch all 4 episodes or all 4 versions of it. She played a character named Fat Amy. I know guys who grew up as Fat Al, Fat Tony, and becoming buddies with them. They didn't like it. I would guarantee that no person, no lady, no man, no non-binary definition wants to be called fat anything. To be fair, right? So Rebel Wilson and Adele say losing weight has made them happy. Losing weight has made them happy. Now, Rebel Wilson, Jennifer Hudson, who I know personally, Adele, Melissa McCarthy, these women were all heralded for being larger women. They were part of the body positivity movement, and they were icons in that movement because of their larger than average body mass. But each one of them, when you hear their story, they all say the same thing. They were not happy. They were not happy. And my experience, I would say, they were not happy, therefore they abused themselves with overeating. And Rebel Wilson actually says that. Now, this story goes on to say when Rebel Wilson began her dramatic weight loss journey 2 years ago, she did so because she knew that her emotional eating was unhealthy. She added, "I did it for myself." Well, that's very important here. That's probably the most important thing. This young lady did it for herself. She was emotionally eating. She knew it was unhealthy. And she made this lifestyle change for her emotional health, first and foremost. And that's the most important thing here. Now, but as it turns out, Wilson, as a public figure, was not the only one affected by her body transformation. And there's a typo there because it says body transformation, which brought out the ire and disappointment of many of her fans. Well, dare I say, these are not actually her fans. Well, this person says, "Rebel Wilson, I kind of wish you didn't lose all that weight." Oops, don't want to go there. "People think you need to be skinny to be successful. Society will change the narrative if celebrities don't give into it. This young lady, Rebel Wilson, said she was emotionally uneating and it was unhealthy. She made the change for herself. Now, I want to show you, here are some images of Rebel Wilson. This young lady at this body mass here, this was not healthy. This was indicative of an unhealthy emotional relationship. And I will also go on to say, and let's find a more recent photo of Rebel right here, where she's lost weight. She looks great. She's not skinny. Kate Moss back in the 90s was skinny. Juliana Margulies is a veteran actress. She's skinny, too skinny. Kendall Jenner is skinny. Rebel Wilson is not skinny. Here's another photo. This is a photo of an emotionally unhealthy young lady that was using food to abuse herself and did not feel good. So she made a lifestyle change, and of course, she's being attacked via woke Twitter, woke Instagram, woke YouTube, woke TikTok, but also, and shame on you, woke Yahoo News. And this video is in line with some videos I'm going to host later on this week. Yahoo News, mainstream media, all the tech platforms are complicit in creating this narrative. Yahoo News is directly attacking Rebel Wilson, making this a story because they are using her body as the jump-off point to attack her by posting these nasty statements from other people about her. And I'm not going to go in. Mallory says, I pray Lizzo doesn't jump on the whole getting skinny after fame trend. We lost Adele, Rebel Wilson, Meghan Trainor, and Melissa McCarthy. Well, these women were likely unhealthy and unhappy in their bodies, in their own skin. Now, speaking of unhealthy, let me take you to some science. Can I take you to some science? Because that's what we do here on this channel. Now, let's go. I'm going to jump over here. And this was, I pulled this off of Google Scholar. I think it's a very interesting healthy body weights and alternative perspective. And let's just go down here to the conclusions where they discuss statistically desirable body fat relative to long-term health outcomes. Now, conclusions and recommendations. BMI, and I'm going to break down the BMI for you. Body mass index between 19 and 25% of body fat. Body mass index between 19 and 25, and percentage of body fat between 12 and 20 for men, and 20 and 30% for women. And I'm actually going to put this into the chat for you guys so you can actually read the study at your leisure. You can better understand this. Boom, that's in the chat. So please take your time, read the study. It's from Google Scholar. I forget where it originated from, but all peer reviewed. Now, again, BMIs between 19 and 25, one, and percentage of body fat between 12 and 20. What do we say here? What do I say all the time? Guys, men, we want your body fat percentage, number one, below 15 and ideally at 12, in line with all medical criteria for a healthy, long life. Because we know once we get into the mid-teens and higher, incidence of all-cause mortality dramatically goes up, regardless of your abs and your biceps. I don't care about that. Did I say that out loud? The Dolce Diet Fitness 3 weeks to shredded guy says he doesn't care if you have abs or not. I don't care. I want you to live a long, healthy life using these peer-reviewed, evidence-based medical determinations. Now, we know for a fact men who have mid-teen to 20 and up percent body fat with relative high BMIs have a high hockey stick incidence of all-cause mortality decades before your peers with below 15% body fat and normalized BMI. And I'm going to break down BMIs here in a minute. Ladies, let me bring this to the women. Women between 20 and 30% body fat. And what do we say to the ladies? Ladies typically have a little bit more room to be curvy than guys do and healthy. And we can see male BMIs between 9 and 25, that is a 6% deviation. Women between 20 and 30%, that is a 10% deviation. This is all in line with what I've been saying for nearly 2 decades now. Nearly 2 decades, I've been saying this in writing and podcasting and YouTube videos just like this. Now, women between 20 and 30%. We say, ladies, you should aspire to be somewhere on the lower side of mid-20s, ideally. Now, if you are very curvaceous and you have, a large bosom and kind of, bigger, shapely curves with that healthy, tiny waist, lower incidence of subcutaneous visceral body fat, well, that's fine. Maybe the mid to slightly higher 20 suit you if you are also at a BMI between 19 and 25%. I made an issue or error there. I said 19 to 25% body fat. That was wrong. 12 to 20% body fat for men, 20 to 30 for ladies. Again, still the deviation is very similar. Now, what does this mean specifically? Well, let's talk about body mass index. So now we understand exactly. The body mass index is a useful measure of overweight and obesity. It is calculated from your height and weight. BMI is an estimate of body fat and a good gauge of your risk for diseases that can occur with more body fat. The higher your BMI, the higher your risk for certain diseases such as heart disease, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, gallstones, breathing problems, and certain cancers. Now, the ideal BMI for most healthy adults is between 18.5 and 24.9. We typically say between 20 and 25. We want you to be below 25 BMI, male and female. Male and female below 25 BMI. This study says that if your BMI is below 25 and male's body fat somewhere between 12 and 20, you will likely have a lower incidence of all-cause mortality. Ladies, same BMI, body fat 20 to 30. But we here at the Dolce Diet, we aspire to be above average. Therefore, we want guys to be below 15, trying to get to 12, because at 12% body fat, baby, well, now the abs are in. The biceps have veins running through them. The delts are capped. People are staring at you on the beach. Ladies, also, we want you to be below 25 BMI. We want your body fat to be somewhere in the mid-20s, slightly lower than 25. 22, 24 is ideal for ladies. If they're busting their tail, that's the aspiration, where that 12% or so for guys is the aspiration. So now we go back to Rebel Wilson. And what is happening right now? Rebel Wilson is being unfat shamed. Unfat shamed. She is being shamed now for losing unhealthy body fat while not being skinny, not being a fitness athlete. She's not a waif, as they used to call Kate Moss back in the day. Now she is being shamed, emotionally shamed, for living a healthier, more adjusted lifestyle. This is the problem. And Yahoo News and many of the major media companies are all complicit in doing this. They are telling you, by beating these celebrities over the head, that it is healthy to be unhealthy, when we know definitively the medical data is clear of what true health is. A BMI below 25, men to have body fat percentage below 20, and women body fat below 30. Rebel Wilson very clearly was probably closer to 52% or 50% body fat in this photo. I would assert that Rebel Wilson today is probably now just around that 30%, maybe just on the other side of 30% body fat, which now puts her in a medically healthy weight category to live a longer, better lifestyle. So, as we remove this and briefly chat, we have to understand that we are being inundated now with misinformation and false information, but no information will usurp science. So anytime you have a question, anytime you read a headline, simply go to Google Scholar. This is what our team does every day, 3 hours per day. We delve into the science. So when I come on here, I speak to you, I work one-on-one with our private clients, we create content. It is scientifically validated. That's why my job is to provide you the most actionable, honest, and evidence-based information to dramatically improve your life. That's what we do here. That's what I do on this channel. That's what we're dedicated to doing. Now, with that, I want to answer some of your questions, so please put your questions into the chat, into the comment section, and I will answer them as best as I can. If you're here, if you appreciate this information, I ask you to consider subscribing to the channel. Give us a thumbs up, but leave comments for sure, because your comments create a spark in my brain that allow me to add content, speak live, pull in information that you're looking for. Your comments, your questions drive this channel. Jason, thank you. Rob, appreciate it. Rao, what's up? Good to see you. Paul, my man. Hope all is well. Rob, what's up, man? Andrew, thank you for all the great info, coach. Appreciate it. Happy to be here. Pizza boy, my man. Just did some lists with my wife, listening to my favorite show on the way home. Boom. Good job, everybody. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you. How's things going, man? How's the job? How's life going? Look at all these little posts. All right, so that's there. Victor, bam! Victor has the subscriber badge. Welcome to the family. Victor, if you are a subscriber and you want to get badged up, just simply click that join button. You'll get your badge. Badged members of this channel will have access to our interviews in which you can speak, you can ask questions to our celebrities, our pro athletes, some of the doctors and influencers that we will be having on. Everybody can watch, but only members holding the badge will be able to speak with our guests. That's just a cool thing I think we can do for those badged up members. Plus, it supports the channel. I'm working my ass off for you guys and gals. I just ask you to engage, help us grow this, and I'll keep bringing you great information. Lauren says, can I drop 3 pounds a week training for a K1 fight, 10 kilograms to go? Lawrence, absolutely you can. My suggestion, of course, is going to be to go to the DolceDiet.com. I mean, this is an easy plug here for me, but go to the DolceDiet.com. Pick one of our programs. Pick our 4 weeks, 3 weeks to shredded program, our 12-week living lean program, where you get the 3 weeks to shredded program as a part of it. Go to the DolceDiet.com. Every meal, every recipe is planned specifically for you. Workouts and grocery list, everything is there, my man. We have a 100% success ratio working with the world's greatest athletes. I mean, here's just some before and afters, but Ronda Rousey, Vitor Belfort, Dana White, UFC president, said Mike Dolce takes these athletes to another level. Just imagine what he can do for you. Come on, that's the big boss man, the president. Ronda Rousey, I don't count calories at all. I don't crave anything. There is nothing missing from my diet. She said this while being interviewed by Cosmopolitan magazine, completely unsolicited. Anyway, so Lawrence, go to the DolceDiet.com, get the 4 week, 3 weeks to shredded, or the 12-week living lean plus 3 weeks to shredded program. You're locked in, man. It's built for you. Sean says, carnivore diets, thoughts. I think the carnivore's diet is silly. Silly. It's ridiculous. It is another exclusionary, restrictive cult fad. Most of those following the carnivore diet do not follow the carnivore diet. They follow an omnivorous diet, which is animal products and plant products. The only person I believe truly follows a carnivore diet is Dr. Sean Baker, who I have had on our podcast, and I like and respect Sean. I disagree with him, but I can still like him and respect him. I think he's the only one that probably actually follows it through. Now, I love Mark Bell. I love Chris Bell. I love Joe Rogan. I respect them. Well, they went through World Carnivore Month, and guess what? They ate plant products also. Does that make them bad people? No. That makes them great people, smart people, intelligent people, because they intuitively understand that the carnivore diet does not work. It is not sustainable. It is untenable, right? They know that to be true. Therefore, they include plant products, which makes them not following a carnivorous meal plan, but an omnivorous meal plan, which is what you are, which is what I am, which is what all of our ancestors have been. Our species is literally here because our ancestors were omnivores. The longest living humans on the planet are omnivores. The greatest, highest performing athletes on the planet are omnivores, not carnivores and not vegans, by the way. I forget the dude's name, Paul Saladino, the quote carnivore MD. He's the carnivore MD. He talks about carnivore, but he eats plant products himself, and he tells other people to eat plant products themselves. He's the carnivore MD, but he's following an omnivorous meal plan. It's the biggest, it's the biggest marketing scam since keto. How do I think about it? Well, that's what I think about it. Daniel, perfect timing. Just got to the gym. Crush it, baby. PR today. And you can have a technical PR, mind you. Dakota says, had a tech-heavy portfolio and this correction hurt. Did you have money put away to buy more during this downturn? Yes, I always have a little dry powder on the side, but my tech side got crushed. I mean, we're talking double-digit losses on paper right now, but this is the market. So what am I doing? I'm still DCAing, dollar cost averaging back into the market. I don't get out of the market. I always stay in the market. The only time you lose money is when you sell, and I'm not selling. Jordan Belfort, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just DCAing in. Eventually, maybe 3 months from now, remember the downturn last year, there was a downturn in September. There was a downturn right around this time last year. There was a downturn in spring when the Rona of 20 came in, a 30% correction. We're not nearly that bad. Massive downturn. Double-digit downturn right now in certain sectors of the market, primarily in the NASDAQ, the tech side, the growth side. The market is pivoting into more value stocks, they say, but I don't believe that. And everybody's freaking out about what Jerome Powell's doing with interest rates. Screw Jerome Powell, screw tech, screw value, screw growth. Stay in the market is not financial advice, just infotainment here. Dollar cost average into the market, because when you pull out, what happens? You can see the market is here compared to here, where it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 50 years ago. I'm going to be in the market for another 40, 50, 60 years or more. And my money will be in the market after I'm off this earth, because it is in a trust. It will be in a trust for my children, right? So it's there. It's going to grow. But yes, dry powder on the side. Crypto. Ooh, crypto. But we knew when crypto hit all-time highs back in, what was that? I forget when it was. In the fall, all-time highs. We knew it was going to correct and crash 50%. And it did. And then it kind of inched up a little bit and crashed again. Guess what? Crypto could go to 20, or Bitcoin could go to 20 right now. That hurts when I open my portfolio, but it's speculative, and it's a tiny little percent of my single-digit percent of my total net worth. My dinner's not going to change tonight. If the stocks crash, if crypto crashes, if everything crashes, my dinner tonight's not going to change, because everything you invest is money that you don't need right now. And that's the way we view investing. Everything we invest is money that I don't need, my family doesn't need for 3 to 5 years minimum. Most of our money is wrapped up into retirement. So this is money that my wife and I aren't going to touch until we're 59 and a half at the earliest. So I got a decade and a half, almost 2 decades. Not worried. So just a little bit of the financial information. Check out yesterday's Financial Friday video also, by the way, if you're interested. Dakota, I'm with you, bro. I open it. I'm like, stop looking at the apps. Stop looking at the apps. Now let me get this off the page. There we go. Sorry about that. But I'm happy to discuss that, by the way. Jello Shots, F you, Uncle Mike. Appreciate what you do. Hope everything is good with you and your family. We are blessed. We woke up happy today. We woke up healthy today. We had a roof over our head. We had heat on in the house. We had a nice, healthy breakfast. I'm here hanging out, talking to you guys. You know, my wife and kids are out, playing at the park right now with other amazing, smart, intelligent friends. That's it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Boom. Enjoying these daily videos. Thanks for your content, Coach. Omar, brother, I appreciate you. Thank you. You guys know the hardcore members of this community, the long-term diehards that have been with us through the ups and the downs, the shadow ban, our few hiatuses here and there. Hopefully you guys understand how hard I'm working for you, the content we're bringing in. We're bringing more scientific studies. We're bringing more imagery. We're bringing a little bit more production quality. The studio is just better and better every day, right? So we're putting a lot of time and energy into this. I only ask that you guys engage, consider subscribing. Hopefully I can earn your trust and keep you here. And those who have subscribed, consider getting that badge. Click the join button, get that little badge, support the channel, and I will provide you much, much, much more value on the back end. Amy, hey, Amy. Hey, Mike, great to catch you live while I'm on the road. Just slammed down some fighter fajitas and in line now to get a flat white. Woo! with oat milk and an extra shot of espresso. I love you, Amy, a woman of a similar minds, right? You and I, similar minds. I love it. You're crushing it. Amy, so you guys know, is an alpha. Amy is a beast. Amy is one of my private VIP elite clients. Amy is absolutely crushing it, crushing business goals, crushing family goals, crushing fitness goals, crushing all the goals. All the goals. Amy is the after picture of what every one of us should aspire to be. I'm super proud of you, Amy. Keep crushing it. Sean says, love the honesty. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. I can only tell you the truth from my expert and very experienced opinion. I've devoted my life to this. I've devoted my life to health and fitness. Since I was literally 8 years old, that's all I cared about. I started lifting weights when I was 8 years old, like many out there, and I was hooked. I never, ever, ever, never lost the passion. And every day I wake up more passionate about this. But I've been able to channel my passion into service and helping change lives. The more honest I am, the more transparent I am, I believe the more people I can help, unlike Joe Wicks, unlike Carnivore MD. Unlike whoever else is out there, all the idiots and fools out there who are just slamming you with whatever hashtag clickbait crap that they can try and jam down your throat and pretend they do what they're telling you to do. I just tell you guys the truth. Like it or not, I'll tell you the truth. And if you like it and you want more, well, then, hey, we have some products and services that you might want to pick up also for some extra attention, more personalized service and structure. If you don't like it, well, hey, that's cool too, because all this is free anyway. That's my opinion. I'm not going to hard sell anybody. I'm going to tell you, this is what we think. This is what we do. This is why we're successful. Here's all the results. Here's all the signs. Here's the anecdotal evidence. Decide. And if you're down with that, you want to go along for the ride, well, hell, we're here for you. We will walk the journey with you. If not, keep hanging out, because I will add value to your life, especially if you disagree with me, because I ask you to please go do your research. Everything I say, do your research. Please do your research. Prove me wrong. Very doubtful that you will. Not because I'm great, simply because I'm researched. I'm evidence-based, right? That's the issue here. And very few in the fitness industry have more experience than I do. I've worked over 20 years with the world's greatest athletes, and I am still paid by the world's greatest athletes, Hollywood celebrities. And now I work with leaders of industry and literal heads of state that have vetted me deeper than the CIA has for security clearances. And I tell you, that is the truth. So I can stand here right now like, I know what I'm talking about. Dirty. What's up, Dirty? Is going to my karate class worth only getting 6 hours of sleep on days I work 12-hour shifts? No. Hour drive to work, or should I just go on days off? Only go on days off. Only go on days off, but practice when you wake up at home. Maybe your karate class has some online videos that you can do at home, so you can get your reps in and you can get your sleep. This is what I would do. This is what I do. I will not compromise my sleep regularly. I will not compromise my sleep. 7.5 hours is like the break-even minimum. I want you getting in bed 9 hours before you have to wake up. While we're trying to tip over 8 hours every single night. So that is my strongest possible suggestion. Do not compromise sleep. Thanks, Mike, for all you do. Paul, I appreciate you. Time in the market is better than time in the market. That is the truth. But always keep a little powder dry. Always keep a little powder dry, because little things do pop up. It was like 2020 when the S&P dropped 30%. Well, jump in on that one, baby. Got an extra couple dollars. Got some birthday money that just came in. Throw that. Pick up an extra couple shares of VOO. Do your own research. Not financial advice, by the way. Amir says, first week down for 3 weeks to shred. Is there any substitute for sprouted grain bread? Don't feel like buying a whole loaf of bread for one meal. Yes, I actually typically was getting the Ezekiel bread, which is frozen, which maintains a high net nutrient capacity, and it can sit in your freezer for months. That's exactly what I did, because I have like one slice. I go through like 4 or 5 slices in an entire week. It'd be a waste. Now, I got a wife and kids, and they would eat it too. I would get the frozen sprouted grain bread. I would check that out. FC, thoughts on, we'll say, the V mandate. I think mandates are absolutely ridiculous. This should be a conversation with your doctor based upon your personal health history, your personal risks, your personal lifestyle. Some people should get it. Some people, if you are at risk with multiple comorbidities, you know what? You should probably get it. In my opinion, I'm not a doctor. But if you fall into a category that even if you get it, your risk rate, your recovery rate is over 99%, and you have zero comorbidities, and you're healthy and you're fit, and you do everything that everyone says that you should be doing, and you sit with your doctor and you have this conversation, you and your doctor should determine what's right for you. Mandates, how can you mandate a global population all to do the same thing when every single one of us are completely different? That is my thought. Now I embrace science completely. I am a man of science. My business is built upon science. And science, the first rule of science is question everything. Question everything, right? So that is my thought. And I think that's very moderate, right? There's nothing confrontational about what I'm saying. Billy K, bam! Billy K, badged up, baby. Loving the badge. F you, Dolce, love your content. Where can I find your videos? Your explanation of blood work, what to look for, etc. I just got mine done at 68, but I'm not sure what to do with it. Thank you. Well, did you have a conversation with your doctor? Because your doctor is always the first one. We always say go speak with your doctor. Speak with your doctor before starting any diet or exercise program. Before making any lifestyle change, speak with your doctor. You can also hire my team. Go to dolcedietshop.com. You can hire my team to do a blood work review with you, and likely with, I would say, with one of our registered dietitians. I'm happy to do so, but I have licensed registered dietitians on staff who are legally empowered to make direct nutritional suggestions based upon your medical history, based upon your blood work, based upon any diagnoses, based upon any prescription drugs you might be prescribed, right? So that's what we have here as a part of the Dolce Diet ecosystem. DolceDietShop.com. Now, if you have any specific questions, I can help try and answer them here for you. What do we got? Chris Wolf says, Mike, do you train your neck directly? Absolutely, I do. Neck is a muscle. Now, I don't train it so much to grow. I train it to be healthy. I train everything. I train my wrists. I train my fingers and my grip. I train my toes to grab. That's why I go walk in the sand. And, I do all of that type of work. I'm training every muscle, every joint in my body is the goal. Now, I don't have to as directly, and I actually don't want to overtrain my neck, because my neck can dominate. My neck and delts and back dominate my pecs, right? So I have to if I care about aesthetics, then I'll kind of minimize that, but I never stop. I typically do more higher rep training. I'm much more technically proficient when I do train my pecs, let's say. Then I do focus more on progressive overload, 6 to 12 repetitions, all the stuff that I speak with you about. I don't like bench pressing, although I do get good muscular stimulation from barbell incline presses. I probably get the best stimulation from modified incline floor presses, which I've done videos on that before. You should check those out, by the way. Rick Dudley, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Are you going to be at the Covington fight? I don't know. Probably not, simply because I don't like traveling anymore. I don't like going to live events. I've been to hundreds of live events in my time, and I don't know that I'll be there. Maybe not. Maybe if they come to New York, they'll be there. If I happen to be in a city, I'll maybe get some tickets and go, but probably not, Rick. If so, man, I will let you know. It'd be great to hook up, have a cup of coffee, brother. Zlatan says, arrived late today, but going to rewatch the whole episode. Right on, my man. And I appreciate that badge. Zlatan, subscriber to the channel, badged up, baby. You can just click that little join button to get badged up. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the channel. It means a lot. Raul says, I like how you explain your appreciation and respect for people like Mark Bell and other carnivore guys, while also being able to respectfully disagree and still be homies. Something younger people can learn. I know. I don't hate anybody. I don't harbor hate. I disagree. And there's some people who like George Lockhart, like what a fool that guy is. I don't hate that guy. I feel bad for that guy. I pity that guy because his life, in my opinion, is a mess. I think he needs a hug more than me screaming at him. Now, I will point out when he makes a lot of mistakes, and Lord knows he just gives me the free content, and I don't even comment on it, really. I mean, he tries to attack me, and this is just one turd out there. He tries to attack me, but that's only to build up his own reputation and to get some headlines. Like, I don't hate that guy. I feel bad for that guy. Guys like Mark and Chris, they're awesome dudes. Joe Rogan, awesome dude. Who else? Like Sean Baker. Man, I really enjoyed the conversation with Sean Baker. I wish we were neighbors. We'd probably be training together all the time, busting these other balls about like him eating 4 pounds of steak and me eating 6 ounces of steak and some sweet potatoes. Doesn't mean we can't go have a meal together, right? And it's important that we discuss ideas, not that we tear down people. And I'm just not that guy. I don't hold it in my heart, and it makes me feel dirty and gross. I don't want to be that person. How do I get the badge? If you simply click the join button, I believe it's under this video. Maybe some of you guys can help on the YouTube channel. Click the join button. There's tiers of badges. Get the least expensive if that's what you're into. I wish I could charge you nothing. YouTube forces the charge. It's 99 cents. It's 99 cents. And YouTube probably keeps all that money anyway, right? It's 99 cents. If I could make it zero, I'd make it zero, because what's 99 cents anyway? I mean, I don't disrespect money, but at the same time, I don't want that. I just want to know that you're here, you subscribe, you're a part of the community, and that does help the channel to grow. But this channel is only going to grow if I can keep providing you consistent, valuable content, and that's what I'm dedicated to doing. That's why I appreciate you guys so much for being here. I understand you're investing time into me, into this channel, and I greatly appreciate that. I'm working my ass off for you to provide you honest, actionable, and evidence-based information to dramatically improve your life, right? So thank you guys for being here. Again, I appreciate you. Leave any comments below this video if you want specific questions asked on a future video. That's where to do it. Ask me anything. Leave it in the comments below, or just for the algorithm. Give me a for the algorithm. Give me a boom. Give me an FU Dolce just for the algorithm under the comment. I'm not seeing the badge either. Well, let me just take a quick look here and see if we can find it. I apologize. Let me see if I can. Let's see if we can do this here. Dun, dun, dun. Almost there. Almost there. Oops. Leather jacket, man. What's going on with that? Okay, so boom. Right here where it says join, right next to the subscribe button. Right next to the subscribe button. If you click that join, now I'm not logged in on this, is just so yeah, you have to be logged in. If you click that join button, you will be able to get that badge. So hopefully you guys can see that, and I would appreciate that. No obligation. I will still bring you this content. It just gives you that cool little badge so you pop up, so I know you're an insider, a member of the community. You know, we're working to get some really cool guests on for you guys that you can engage directly. Badge members will be able to ask them. And maybe you can't do it on mobile. I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't know. YouTube really made it kind of difficult. It's cool, but it was challenging to set up. But maybe you can only do it on a desktop. I don't know. But anyway, guys and gals, I appreciate you all for being here. If you're interested, click the links below this video. We have the Mastering the Weight Cut seminar, which will be January 29th. If you are interested, Mastering the Weight Cut seminar. Let me just briefly, bam, DolceDietShop.com. Go down the Mastering the Weight Cut seminar. I mean, that's how you get on the newsletter right there. Bam, Mastering the Weight Cut. We also have our next coaching certification event coming up in March, but Mastering the Weight Cut online seminar, live and remote via Zoom, where I teach you everything I know about cutting weight at an elite level. January 29th, live and remote, once again, via Zoom, right here from 11. Oh, it's 11 a.m., 11 a.m., not p.m. So I have to fix that. Sorry, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have to fix that. Check it out if you're interested. And you can click the link below this video, Mastering the Weight Cut Seminar. I think we're close to being sold out, so jump in if you are interested. It's awesome. It's updated. If you've been to it before, we've done, I think, 2. 1 a year we typically do. We might do 1 in the fall. Maybe 1 a year is about enough because we usually pack out the class. Good times. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me on this awesome Sunday. Make good decisions this weekend. Do not be what your mediocre friends are trying to be. Aspire to be more. Aspire to be the very best version of yourself. And until next time, oh.